get started with the Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Today I'm going to explain 5 aggregates. In order to understand 5 aggregates, at first we have to study 18 elements. 12 ayatana, sense bases, and 18 elements. 12 ayatanas and the second page, and second paragraph. 12 ayatanas and the blank sense bases. 12 ayatanas. At first, you have to understand 12 ayatanas, sense bases, 12 sense bases. Ayatana means, that is Pali word. Ayatana means Pali word. In English, that is sense bases. 12 sense bases. That is called 12 ayatanas, 12 sense bases. You have to understand 12 sense bases. In order to understand 12 sense bases, look at the people, and then people, the first 6 internal sense bases. 6 internal sense bases. What are the 6 internal sense bases mean? As you see, eye base, ear base, nose base, tongue base, body base, and consciousness or mind base. Mind base, consciousness, mind base. That is called 6 internal sense bases. 6 internal sense bases mean eye base, ear base, nose base, tongue base, body base, and mind base, consciousness, mind base also. Consciousness. You can understand mind base or consciousness. They are called 6 internal sense bases. And then 6 external sense bases also, you can see 6 external sense bases. Form, sound, odor, taste, context, ideas. Form, sound, odor, taste, context, and ideas. They are all 6 external sense bases. 6 internal sense bases are, what are the 6 internal sense bases? Eye base, 6 internal sense bases. Eye base, ear base, nose base, tongue base, body base, and mind base, consciousness. Mind base or consciousness. What are the 6 external sense bases? Form, sound, odors, taste, contact, and ideas. Altogether 6. They are called 6 external sense bases. 6 internal sense bases and 6 external sense bases altogether 12. 6 internal and external. Altogether 12. Therefore, 12 ayatanas, 12 sense spaces. 12 sense spaces. If you understand 12 sense spaces, you understand 18 elements, 18 elements, 18 dhatu. And back side of that paper, you can see 18 dhatus, 18 elements, 18 elements. Dhatu, that is Pali word, and Pali word is dhatu. And English, elements, 18 elements. And in order to understand 18 elements, at first you have to understand 12 sense spaces. If you understand 12 sense spaces, 18 element is very easy to understand. So, if you understand 12 sense spaces, you can close that paper. You don't need to see. You don't need to see that paper, and you understand very easily. And this is I base. We call I base. I base, I base, ear base, nose base, tongue base, and body base, and my base, body base and my base. Form, sound, order, taste, contact, and ideas. If you understand 12 sense spaces, depending on I base and form. This is I base. We have I base, you have I base. Depending on I base and form. Form means visible form. Whatever form is doesn't matter. And this is a form, that is form, your form also. And whatever you see, that is form, visible form. Depending on I base and form, at the times, I consciousness arises. I consciousness. I consciousness, seeing mind, that is called I consciousness. Why do you have I consciousness? Because depending on I base and form. Because of this I base and form, I consciousness arises in you. I consciousness is effect. I base and form are causes. Cause and effect only. Cause and effect only. Without I base and form, you don't have I consciousness. It is impossible I consciousness. It is impossible to arise I consciousness without I base and form. Because of I base and form, I consciousness arises. I consciousness is effect. I base and forms are causes. Cause and effect only. Yes, linking each other, relating to each other. I consciousness. Sometimes you have I consciousness. I consciousness means seeing mind, seeing consciousness. Sometimes when you see something, you have consciousness, I consciousness. Why do you have I consciousness? Because of I base and form, you have I consciousness. So I base and forms are causes. I consciousness is affected. I consciousness is affected. So, and cause and effect, we have to understand cause and effect. And that is called dependent origination. Dependent on cause, originate effect. Dependent origination means cause and effect. That is called dependent origination. And in this situation, you have to try to remember I base, form, I consciousness. I base is called internal sense base. Form is external sense base. I consciousness is consciousness that is different. That is one of the consciousness. You have to study six consciousness. Among the six consciousness, this is the first one. I consciousness is the first one, the first consciousness you have to understand. Okay, why do we have I consciousness according to dependent origination? Do you understand? Why do you have I consciousness according to dependent origination? Because of I base and form, I consciousness arises. So the causes of I consciousness are I base and form. I base and forms are the causes of I consciousness. Without that causes, there is no I consciousness. No I consciousness. Because of these two causes, there is consciousness, I consciousness. Without these two causes, there is no I consciousness. So, the causes of I consciousness, to arise I consciousness, how many causes do you understand in this dependent origination? How many causes are, sorry? To arise I consciousness, how many causes? Two causes. What are they? Form, yes. And that two causes are the causes of I consciousness. The causes of I consciousness you have to understand. If you understand that one, you understand at all. Any others, 18 elements are very easy to understand. If you understand this situation, this point, this contact, if you understand this contact, you understand at all. Others are not so difficult for you. This number one series, number one series is very important. Depending on I, base, and form, I consciousness arises. I consciousness is effect. I, base, and forms are causes. And this connection, cause and effect, we have to understand. That is called dependent origination. Dependent origination. Now, you understand this point? Okay, in that case, others are very easy to understand. And the second one, dependent on ear and sound. Depending on ear and sound, ear consciousness arises. Ear consciousness arises. Why do we have ear consciousness? Because of ear and sound. Ear and sounds are causes. Ear consciousness is effect. Cause and effect. Yes, cause and effect. Why do you have ear consciousness? Why do you have ear consciousness? Sound, yes. Because of these two causes, you have ear consciousness. Without this ear base, there is no ear consciousness. Without this ear base also, it is impossible to have ear consciousness. Without any sound, it is impossible to arise ear consciousness. So, to arise ear consciousness, we need ear base and sound. Ear base is also necessary. Sound is also necessary. Then they are linking each other. Without these two causes, there is no ear consciousness. So that is the second one, second theory you have to understand. Depending on ear and sound, ear consciousness arises. Ear consciousness is effect. Ear and sounds are causes, cause and effect only. And ear consciousness means vijnana. Yes, that is vijnana. Later on, I would like to explain and by using diagram. Now, to understand very clearly, without seeing that diagram, without seeing any paper, I'm teaching you. If you see this paper, you don't remember. Yeah, speaking and listening, or and you cannot understand. And if you read this paper, you want to read by seeing this paper only. You cannot memorize. So I'm teaching you without seeing any papers or any diagram, and that is more effective. I think so. Okay, and depending on nose, base, and odor. Odor means smell. Odor, smell, they are the same. Odor means smell. Depending on nose, base, and odor. Nose consciousness arises. Nose consciousness is effect. Nose, base, and odors are causes. Cause and effect only. Dependent on cause, originate, effect. Dependent origination means cause and effect only. So, nose consciousness is not arising automatically without any cause. Not arising without any cause. Nose consciousness is arising because of nose base and odors. Nose base and odors are the causes of nose consciousness. Nose consciousness is effect. Nose base and odors are causes. Because of nose base, nose consciousness arises. Without nose base, there is no odor. There is no nose consciousness. And odor and these nose base and odor. Maybe odor is also existing separately. Odor is existing separately. Nose base is also existing separately. They are not relating each other, and they are separately, they are existing separately, we have to understand. Because of nose base and odor, there arise nose consciousness. Nose consciousness means smelling mind, smelling mind. Yes, smelling consciousness, smell consciousness. That consciousness arising because nose base and odor. So that is also one point. And nose tongue. Depending on tongue base and taste. Tongue base and taste arise tongue consciousness. Tongue consciousness. Tongue consciousness arise because of tongue base and taste. Tongue base and taste are causes. Tongue consciousness is effect. cause and effect only, depending on time base and taste. Time consciousness arises. Time consciousness is effect, time base and taste are causes. A cause and effect only in this case. We have to understand. And then, depending on body base and contact, yes, contact, body base and context. There is body consciousness arises, contact or tangible things, contact, tangible things, you can understand as you please. No? Depending on body base and contact, body consciousness is arising there. No? Body consciousness arises there. Body consciousness is arising there. Why do we have body consciousness? Body consciousness means itching consciousness or pain consciousness or good consciousness, bad consciousness. They are called body consciousness. Sometimes we feel itching. We would like to scratch. No? We would like to scratch. Yeah, injury, yes, like that. That is itching consciousness, itching mind, itching consciousness is rising in us. Why do we have itching consciousness, itching mind, depending on body base and contact? Depending on body base and contact. Because of these two causes, body consciousness arises. Body consciousness arises. How many? Because of how many causes body consciousness arises? Two causes. What are the and contact? Yes. Body base and contacts are the causes of which? The causes of body consciousness. Body base and contacts are the causes of body consciousness. The causes of body consciousness we have to understand. Okay, mind consciousness. Depending on mind consciousness and idea. Visualization, mind consciousness, we can understand. Visualization arises. Why do we have visualization? Because of mind consciousness and idea. Mind consciousness and ideas are the causes of visualization. Visualization is effect, mind consciousness and ideas are causes. In this situation, in this case, cause and effect only. Cause, depending on cause, originate, effect. Dependent origination means cause and effect only. In this case, we have already finished 18 elements. Eye base, ear base, nose base, tongue base, body base, and mind base. This is 6 internal sense bases. What are the 6 external sense bases? Form, sound, odor, taste, contact, ideas. And how many consciousness do you know? 6 consciousness. Eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, and mind consciousness. 6, 6, 6. 3, 6, how many? 18. That is called 18 elements. Very easy. No need to see this paper. No need to see that. Yeah. If you study yourself, very difficult to understand, difficult to memorize. Now this is easy. Now I'm teaching you without seeing anything. So this is easy. Otherwise, this is very difficult to memorize. Okay, 18 elements you understand. 18 elements you understand. That is very interesting. Why? When you practice meditation, you have to understand these 18 elements. 12 sense spaces and 18 elements are very important. And whenever you practice meditation, you have to understand. Without understanding 12 sense spaces and 18 elements, you cannot practice meditation. These are fundamentals of practicing meditation. Really basic point. Main point, yes. That is very important, yes. In that case, and you can understand 5 aggregates. 5 aggregates. Wow, sao ai không nghe mà được? Sao ai mà được? Chị này. Thì đây những question ya, hello sao này? Câu nó một bộ này ya, câu nó một cái. Số đó đại diện xem nhiều. Nên này, sao anh chỉ ông nhiều? In that diagram, you may see Vijnana. Vijnana. What is the meaning of Vijnana? Vijnana means consciousness. Yeah, consciousness. Eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, and mind consciousness. They are called Vijnana. The same, yes. Now, Vijnana, in the diagram, in the circle, you can see Vijnana. What is this? What's the meaning of Vijnana? Vijnana means consciousness. You can understand very easily. And mind and matter. Mind and matter. Mind and matters are also, and depending on ion base and form, ion consciousness arises. Ion base and forms are matter. Ion consciousness is mind. So mind and matter. Nama Rupa. Nama Rupa means mind and matter. Yes, Nama means mind. Rupa means matter. Mind and matter. So Nama Rupa means mind and matter. Salayarana means 12 sense spaces. Yeah, 12 sense spaces are called Salayarana. That is called Salayarana. You have already studied. You have already understood. 12 sense spaces are called Salayarana. How many sense spaces? 12 sense spaces. What are the 12 sense spaces? Six internal sense spaces and 6 external sense spaces. What are the 6 internal sense spaces? Eye base, ear base, nose base, tongue base, body base, and mind base. Yes. What are the 6 external sense spaces? Form, sound, odors, taste, contact, and ideas. They are called Salayarana. Yes, Salayarana means 12 sense spaces. In this connection, in this situation, Salayarana means only 6 internal sense spaces only. Only 6 internal sense spaces are called Salayarana. Actually, we have to study Salayarana means 12. In this case, we have to understand only 6. Salayana means 12. And altogether 12 Salayana. In this situation, we have to understand only 6. Six internal sense spaces here. 6 internal sense spaces are called Salayana. So six internal sense spaces are what are the 6 internal sense spaces? Yes, what are they? Eye base, ear base, nose base, tongue base, body base, and mind base. Yes, they are called Salayana. You have to understand. Salayana Phasa. Phasa means contact. Contact. Contact means that contact is not physically, verbally contact. Verbally contact, no, not verbally, mentally contact. Mentally contact. This is not physically, verbally, this is mentally. I would like to means this Hasa means mentally contact. Contact. Especially when depending on eye base and form, eye consciousness arises. Eye base, form, eye consciousness altogether 3. The median of 3 then is called Hasa, contact. Contact means the median of 3. Not like that. Eye base, the median of eye base, form, and eye consciousness. The median of these 3 here called Hasa. Hasa means contact. That is called eye contact. Eye contact. Eye contact means depending on eye base and form, there arises eye consciousness. The median of 3 then is called contact. That contact is called eye contact. Eye contact. Ear contact is also the same. Depending on ear and sound, ear consciousness arises. The median of 3 then is called Hasa, contact. That is called ear contact. At the median of nose base and odors, there arises nose consciousness. The median of 3 is called contact. Depending on tongue and taste, tongue consciousness arises. The median of 3 is called Hasa, contact. And then, depending on body and contact, body consciousness arises. The median of 3 is called contact. The median of 3 is called contact. So that is also called Hasa means contact. That contact is also 6 contact. 6 contact. Eye contact, ear contact, nose contact, tongue contact, body contact, and mind contact. Altogether 6 contact. 6 contact, 6 Vedana. Vedana means feeling. Feeling. Vedana means feeling. Then feelings are also 6. And depending on eye and form, eye consciousness arises. The median of 3 is called contact. Depending on contact, there arise feeling. Like that. Depending on ear and sound, ear consciousness arises. The median of 3 then is called contact. Depending on that contact, there arise feeling. Depending on nose and odors, nose consciousness arises. The median of 3 is called contact. Depending on that contact, there arise feeling, like that. Feelings are also 6. In this situation, you have to understand and internal 6 internal sense spaces and 6 external sense spaces, 6 consciousness, 6 contact, 6 feeling, 6 craving. Uh, the last one, Dana. Dana means craving. Yeah, in the diagram, look at the diagram, Dana. That Dana is for craving. Yes, craving, 6 craving, 6 Dana. And depending on I and form, I consciousness arises. I consciousness. I consciousness. The median of 3 then is called contact. Depending on I and form. I and form means salayana. Depending on I and form, I consciousness arises. The median of 3 is called contact, phassa. Yeah. Depending on that contact, there arise feeling. Depending on feeling, there arise craving, like that. You have to understand. Now, depending on ear and sound, ear consciousness arises. The median of 3 is called contact. Depending on contact, there arises feeling. Depending on feeling, there arises craving, like that. There arises craving. Now, 2 craving, 2 dana. Depending on nose and odors, nose consciousness arises. The median of 3 is called contact. Depending on that contact, there arises feeling. Depending on feeling, there arises craving. Now 3 craving, 3 feeling, 3 contact, like that. You have to understand that depending on nose finish, depending on tongue and taste, tongue consciousness arises. The median of 3 is called contact. Depending on that contact, there arises feeling. Depending on feeling, there arises craving. 4 craving. 4 feeling. Depending on body and contact. Body and tangible contact. Body consciousness arises. The median of 3 is called contact. Depending on that contact, there arises feeling. Depending on feeling, there arises craving. Yes, like that. Depending on mind and ideas, visualization, consciousness. That is mind consciousness. The median of 3 is called contact. Depending on that contact, there arises feeling. Depending on feeling, there arises craving. 6 craving, 6 feeling, 6 contact, 6 and 6 consciousness, 6 consciousness, 6 internal sense spaces, 6 external sense spaces. How many 6? And 6 kinds of 6. 6 internal sense spaces and 6 external sense spaces, 6 consciousness, 6 contact, 6 feeling, 6 craving. Yes, altogether 6 kinds of set. 6 set. And one set, 6 kinds. Altogether 6 sets. 6 set means 36. Altogether 36. 36. That is very interesting for the meditators, those who wants to practice meditation, and they have to understand this 36 or 36. You have to understand what 36. That is very important point. That is called 5 aggregates and 10. 5 aggregate we in this diagram. Vijnana, Nama, Rupa, Salayana, Asa, Vedana, they are called 5 aggregates. 5 aggregates. That is called our life. It is our life. Our life means 5 aggregates. Consciousness, Vijnana. Vijnana means consciousness. That consciousness is not in the diagram, not in the cycle. That is our consciousness, your consciousness. Nama Rupa also our Nama Rupa. Salayana also inside our mind body, not in the diagram. Phasa is also our phasa. Vedana is our Vedana. These 5 are about ourselves. Now we are learning about ourselves. We are learning about the diagram. Actually, we are learning ourselves. We are learning about ourselves. These 5 aggregates are about ourselves. This is our aggregates, not in the diagram. Inside us, 5 aggregates. We have to understand 5 aggregates. That is very important. Okay, this is enough for today. Tomorrow I would like to review this point. You're trying to understand 36. 36. What are the 36? Tomorrow you're trying to study. Okay, I hope you will understand. Okay, let's stop just here. Okay, you're very welcome.
Recording stopped.